Hey guys, I'm back with another fun and super cute design. If you'd like to see how I made these lovebirds, then just keep on watching. So first I'm going to freehand the birds that were on my index finger on my Bliss Kiss Miracle mat. It's pretty much just a silicone mat. You can use any, there's lots of companies, or I've seen people use like a yogurt lid, just something that you can bend and get the design out afterwards. Now the yellow bird I modeled after a sun conure, and the green bird was modeled after a red-faced parakeet. So I know that they don't really match together in the wild, but it was the vibrancy that I was going for. And I decided to freehand these birds because I wouldn't have been able to get the colors that I wanted or the details that I wanted from a stamping plate or anything like that. So I'm not big on freehanding, they're not perfect, but it was exactly what I wanted in the end. So these are pretty much just primary school birds. I started with the body, moved over to the head, and then I did the wings afterwards, and I did the same thing for the green bird. We do this now in the beginning, and we have some clear coat on the bottom and on the top, and I'm gonna let that dry for like 30 minutes, and we're gonna come back to it after we finish everything else to make sure that it was super dry. If not, you're gonna rip your decal design if you try to take it off too early. By the way, any freehanding I ever do, or pretty much everything that I do, is always with nail polish. If you're uncomfortable with how fast everything is drying on you, other people prefer to use acrylic paints, and this is how my birds looked in the end, and remember to put that top coat on it afterwards. Now we're going to move to the nail. I'm going out of order here just to make it easier for you guys. Obviously I did this nail in the end. What I spread really quickly there was a base coat to get a sticky layer down, and then I'm going to press on it softly, and afterwards I'm going to use some acetone on a cleaning brush to clean up my edges, and then you're pretty much done. We're just gonna top coat this nail afterwards, and it won't smudge when you top coat it because we had already put a clear coat when it was on the mat before. And moving on to the middle finger, we're gonna start with some stamping. So I used this plate with the image of these two lovebirds, and since I was gonna have two different colored birds and I kind of didn't like how this image was presented, like that places that were etched, we're gonna do one bird at a time. So after, removing the other pieces that we didn't want with tape, we're going to reverse stamp or fill in with color this bird. And this is my sun conure, so I stamped it in a strong orange, and then I am dotting little pieces of yellow, and then I'm gonna put some white over the eye, and there will be our first bird. The second bird that was on top with the hearts is going to be done the exact same way, but then we're going to switch it around. So I'm going to stamp it in red. With the tape, I'm going to remove the bird that's on the bottom that I had already put down, and then I'm going to fill in that red bird with green, which is the color that we were missing. And then it was ready to be stamped. Now the rest of the images in this plate were gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but since the edges on this particular image were so rough, I needed to go in and make the yellow more vibrant and the orange more vibrant, and kind of mix both polishes together so I could get a halfway point and blend the colors more seamlessly. I also did the same thing on the green bird and filled in the green body that you'll see that I still had a lot of red left over on that bird, and I fixed the hearts because those little pieces did not stamp down all the way. And then our middle finger is ready for some top coat after I let it dry to make sure that nothing smudged. Now for our ring finger, I did something kind of cool with this feather image. I put a little bit of blue and a little bit of green because the sun conure has like a little bit of blue under the primarily green wing, and I put that on my ring finger and top coated it. And I don't know what happened to the footage of the pinky, but I used like 3 different kinds of browns and kind of scraggled around to make like a messy nest. And then I also freehanded 2 little eggies on top because our birdies have become parents. And here is the end result with all 4 nails together. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time.